Yo, y'all know who it is. I go by the name of Do It Jack, and I'm back in the mix. I'm back in action, and this is what Show Hustle. Well, hustling's a way of life about hustle. I'm talking how you survive through life every day. All right. I want to get right into this real quick, man. This is about that respect is more important than any other thing in any relationship. Respect is more important than love. It's more important than loyalty. Now, let me break this down so you can piece it together. See, when you in relationships and you dealing with homies, you dealing with females, whatever, respect is the number one factor that's going to determine the flow of that relationship. The minute somebody loses respect for you is the minute that everything starts to go down south. Now, let me say this, right? Let's say you got a female and you know what I'm saying, everything is going good. You feel me? Like everything is just good. Y'all hanging out, y'all enjoy spending time with each other. But if you notice, it's not about love as much as it is about respect, right? Because the minute that respect starts to dip down, you know what I'm saying, people just start to act different, you know what I'm saying? People start to act out the norm. They start to do things, they start to become more comfortable, you know what I'm saying? They start to do things that they wasn't doing before because that level of respect has just dropped, you know what I'm saying? And whenever that, you always have, as a young homie, right? Because this is for the young homies, because you know I do this for the young homies. You have a respect threshold, right? Somewhere up here. The minute that shit drops below that threshold, you either got to get the fuck out, or you know what I'm saying, you goddamn get the hell away. You got to end shit, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who it is, you feel me? There's always a certain level of respect that you have to maintain when dealing with anybody. And the minute that drops, you got to go ahead and you know what I'm saying, move to the next thing. Now, here's what I'm saying, right? This is why I say respect is more important than love and loyalty, right? When somebody respects you, they gonna be loyal to you out of respect. You feel me? So if you got a homie, you gotta, all right, let me just tailor this to friends and relationships, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the female. You know how you got a homie, right? And when somebody else ain't around, you might talk, or you, even if, you know what I'm saying, you might talk about the person who's not around. If you got respect for that person, you ain't gonna say nothing but good shit about him. You ain't gonna say nothing about, oh man, fuck that dude, or oh, he be on some bullshit. Because if you got respect for that person, you ain't gonna say nothing but good things about him. Now, there are people out here who pretend like they do have respect for certain people and then turn around and talk shit about them. You know what I'm saying? So that goes back to you being able to evaluate who's real and who's not. You get what I'm saying? When you're dealing with a female and she got mad respect for you, she's not gonna just be out here moving around talking to a whole bunch of other dudes or doing all that because she got that level of respect for you. But the minute that level of respect drop, that's when the disloyalty begins, right? So everything is cool in the beginning, but then she loses respect. So then now she start entertaining other people or whatever. And you do the same thing. Think about it, right? If you got a homie, you got a chick, whatever, and you really respect her, you're not gonna go out here and fuck around with all these, you know what I'm saying, with other chicks, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's just a certain level of respect that you have for that person. But if that chick is just a chick and she don't really mean shit, that means that you really don't respect her like that. You gonna go out here and do whatever the fuck you want to do. But if you, in your eyes, she's a unicorn, you're not gonna fuck around them, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing goes for the chick. The minute that respect level drops for her, she gonna talk to you a little bit differently. She might get slick at the lip where it's like, damn, that's kind of out of character. You never talked to me like that before. And you always got to check that shit. Now, there's only so much checking you can do when you're in a relationship or when you're dealing with the homies, right? You don't need to be checking all the time. If you constantly have to check somebody on something about some type of disrespect, you just need to go ahead and get that shit out. See, the main thing as a young homie, which I wish I would have learned early, was just to walk away. Now, I walk away now, and sometimes I walk away too fast, but I don't give a fuck because that's just the nature of the beast right now, you know what I'm saying? You get out of shit that's not working and benefiting you. That's just the name of the game. We living in a whole different generation right now from our parents and our grandparents when it comes to relationships and shit like that. When it comes to homies, it's just completely different. Fucking 20 years, man, I'll probably say even 15 years ago, ain't nobody had to worry about the half of the shit that we got to worry about in this generation. You know what I'm saying? We live in a social media age, so dating and relationships, just relationships, period, is harder. It's like, it just causes more work, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could really be out here making a fool out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be out here making you look crazy and you don't even know it. So the thing is, the number one way to guard against that is just to realize that has to be a certain level of respect in any type of interaction. It does not matter. What happens is, the reason why I think a lot of dudes get played, I think the reason why a lot of chicks get played is because they ignore that respect factor. When you see that the respect has dropped and you thinking that it's gonna go back up over time, you're mistaken. You're highly mistaken. Listen, this is for the young homies. You know I do this for the young homies, right? You need to understand this concept early. That's why you always hear me talking about respect, because it's so goddamn important. When that shit drops, very rarely will it ever get back up to the level that it once was. Now, if it does get back up, it may not get to exactly where it started from, which is not what you want as a young homie, as a hustler out here in these streets, whatever, right? You need to maintain the high level at all times. And if you can't do it, sometimes it's because something that you're doing, or maybe you displaying some type of characteristic that are, you know what I'm saying, that's not respectful to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give people a reason to respect you. That's why I always talk about carrying yourself with high aura, just being a high, you know what I'm saying, a high caliber person out here, man. You feel me? Like, you got to really try to live up to the potential that you know that you can attain. And you know what I'm saying? I'm preaching right now, but I'm spitting some good gospel though. I'm saying some real nigga shit though. You feel me? I'm gonna give you an example, right? Speaking of that, when I'm dealing with a female or whatever, I do not allow them to call me nigga under no fucking circumstances. Now, everybody who watches this ain't of the skin tone that your boy Do a Jack is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all not, but it's just the concept. Just use this. I'm just using this as an example, right? Typically, when a chick calls me nigga, it's with some type of attitude or something like that, you feel me? And I don't allow that shit, so I cut that shit off short. Like, oh, hold on. You feel me? Because what you're doing is you're establishing your ground, you feel me? You're establishing your rules, even with the homies, right? You know what I'm saying? I do not let the homies smoke in my whip. It's not about, you know what I mean, oh, Jack just got his rules. Well, no, it's about a certain level of respect that when you step in my whip or whatever, you know you ain't smoking, you ain't rolling up, you ain't doing none of that shit. You feel me? So it's a lot of respect has to do with establishing ground rules. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you establish those rules early so that people know that they have to, you know what I'm saying, basically go with your program. And if they're not willing to go with your program, man, you got to move on, man. Take respect over pussy, bro. Take respect over bullshit. Take respect over little trinkets and shit that you can get from somebody, man. Respect is number one. You feel me? Respect is what leads to love. When you respect somebody, you will end up loving them. When you respect somebody, you will end up being loyal to them. Respect is number one. Go for the respect, man. Fuck all the everything else. Everything else will come out of respect, man. So that's my message for the day. I just wanted to keep it real short. This was something that me and my homies was debating about, man, whether you would rather have somebody be loyal to you or rather have somebody respect you. And I'm just telling them, like, yo, if somebody respects you, they will be loyal to you. How many times you know somebody who has high respect for somebody just gonna go out here and just be talking hella shit about them? You know what I'm saying? If that's your chick, you just gonna be fucking all different hoes or whatever, man. So just look, man. Just take that shit to the heart. Remember, when I come on this camera, I'm showing something. I'm showing my face. I'm coming with something constructive that can help out all the young homies out there, man. So if it's something that you can use, man, take from this video, apply it to your life, man. Hopefully I'm helpful out here. Hopefully I'm really having an effect on some of the young homies out here, man. And that's it, bro. It's your boy Do It Jack, man. Follow me on IG at What's Your Hustle 1, man. Follow my event page at Do It Yourself Film Event. Again, I'm your boy Do It Jack. Haters, y'all know what it is, man. Get at me.